Hi, everyone. Do your emotions sometimes feel overwhelming, unpredictable, or just too much? Or maybe you go through your day feeling fine and then suddenly you're not. In today's episode of From Both Sides of the Couch, we're talking about how to manage emotions based on their intensity. I'll be walking you through one of my favorite tools, the emotion thermometer. And this will help you start to identify how activated you are, how emotional you are. And it will help you to choose the right coping strategy based on where you are on that scale. Knowing and using this tool can help prevent you from making a really bad situation so much worse. And it can help you learn more from your emotions, strengthen your resilience, and your emotional intelligence. Hi, I'm Dr. Laurie Bruce. I'm a clinical psychologist, mindfulness coach, and someone who believes that we don't need to be afraid of our emotions. We just need to learn how to work with them. Let's start with the basics. Think of your emotional state like a thermometer, ranging on a scale from 1 to 10. This scale helps you gauge how intense your feelings are in a given moment, which can give you guidance about what to do next. Levels 1 through 3 we'll call low emotional intensity. You might feel a little irritated, distracted, but you are still totally in control. Levels 4, 5, and 6 are what we'll call moderate intensity. Emotions are definitely more noticeable. You might notice that you're feeling anxious, frustrated, sad, or excited, but you still have access to your thinking, rational, logical part of your brain. Levels 7 through 10. So any emotional intensity that you would rate as a 7, 8, 9, or 10, we're going to call high emotion intensity. This is when your emotions feel overwhelming, or there is this sense of urgency, or maybe you even feel explosive. You might feel panicked, enraged, or totally hopeless, or like you just have to escape. The idea here is not to judge where you are, but to just notice. Naming your emotion and rating its intensity can already help your nervous system begin to regulate. Let's start at the top of the scale. When your emotion thermometer reads 7 or above, you are in the red zone. I want alarms to be going off in your brain to remind you you are in this intense red zone. This is not a time to problem solve. It's not a time to reflect or to push yourself to better understand. Your brain is in survival mode. What you need most is soothing and containment. Here are some effective tools for that 7, 8, 9, 10 range. Distraction. Watch a show, organize a drawer, play a game. It's okay to take a break from the feeling. You can also engage in self-soothing. Engage with all of your senses. Wrap yourself up in a blanket, a weighted blanket. Light a candle, take a bath, listen to calming music. That's probably my number one strategy for self-soothing. Try movement, walk, stretch, dance, shake. Just let your body discharge some of that energy. And lastly, breathing practices. Focus on the out breath. You can try boxed breathing or grounding techniques like the 5-4-3-2-1. A lot of you might already know it. You can find 5 things to look at, 4 things to listen to, 3 things to smell, 2 things to touch, and 1 thing to taste. Doesn't matter what order you go in. Make it up. It's different every time. But this is a very helpful grounding technique to bring down that emotional thermometer. Remember, this is not avoidance. It's emotional first aid. You cannot think your way through a 10. You have to calm your way through it first. Now let's talk about what to do if you're in that 4, 5, 6 range. In this range, we're actually going to try something different. Ideally, if you feel up to it, we want to move towards the emotion, not away from it. So remember, 7, 8, 9, 10, we're trying to move away from the emotion to bring it down. 4, 5, and 6, we're actually going to try to move into it. Once your emotions have settled down into that moderate range, your logical brain is back online. You can think, you can reflect, you can problem solve. And this is the ideal zone for emotional processing and growth. You can start to name and validate your feelings. Journal or talk about what triggered you and what you need. Talk to a safe person who can help you make sense of it. And most importantly, practice mindfulness. Just notice your emotion without reacting or responding to it. You still might not have all the answers, but now you have access to insight. And this is really the sweet spot for doing more of the deeper work. So what do you do if you're in that 1, 2, 3 range? This is the range where we are building our insight and our resilience. These are your moments of emotional calm, but don't underestimate them. This is the time when you can set your intentions, plan healthy routines, learn new skills. You can even reflect on past patterns without that feeling of overwhelm. This is the time to build your emotional toolkit so you're more prepared the next time things start getting heated up. So, what's the takeaway? The next time you feel overwhelmed, ask yourself, where am I on my emotion thermometer? If you're at a 7, 8, 9, 10, soothe or distract. If you're at a 4, 5, 6, reflect and process. If you're at a 1, 2, 3, build insight and strengthen your foundation. Each level needs something different. No shame, no judgment. But here's the truth. Managing emotions isn't always about staying calm. It's about knowing how to respond to yourself based on what you feel. That is emotional intelligence. That is resilience. Thank you for being here with me today. If this episode helped you or resonated with you, please share it with a friend. And as always, take good care of yourself. I will see you in the next episode.